everybody? Welcome back into another episode of NA Now. Brandon Hofstra joined here with the Kenai River Brown Bears head coach Taylor Shaw. Taylor, first off, thanks for doing this. We're approaching your fourth season as head coach of the Brown Bears. What's been your favorite part so far?
Yeah, I mean, obviously can't do it without the players. We've had a lot of good ones come through over the last few years, and I think the community is a big part of it for me. It feels a lot like home, and they treat not only myself but all the players so well, and it's certainly something I'll take with forever for sure.
And that barn up there has got to be just a riot week in and week out, especially playing against some Alaska teams, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, over the last few years, we've done really well in terms of attendance. It's gone up quite a bit over the last few years, and it's great to see. And a big part of that is obviously the guys getting out in the community and doing what we do on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, I mean, it's incredible, and not just with the rivalries. Obviously, that's a big part, but also just the other games. Like they
Yeah.
really show their support for the team, and our guys are certainly appreciative of that.
The off season came and went pretty quick. What have you and your staff kind of dialed in, whether it be with the NAHL draft, tenders, and returning veterans, even at that? Just talk about what you guys are building in this off season, getting ready for 24, 25.
Yeah, I think this is year three for the staff, really. The first year we kind of took over late. So we've learned some things over the last few years, both as a staff, as an organization as well. And I think the big thing was, we kind of had an idea of where we wanted to go come year three here. And whether it's been in the draft or the tender process with the camps. I think we've set out and kind of accomplished what we sought after. The big test obviously will be once we really hit the ice here in a couple weeks for training camp, and then we'll get to see if
Yeah.
it's really down and out. So
Six players last year made NCAA commitments with the Brown Bears. Talk about just how great of a feeling that is every year to be a part of that.
yeah, I mean it's what we're here for, right? Like we're here to provide that ladder of development for these players to advance their hockey careers. And then also a big piece of that is obviously growing them as young men and productive members of society. I think that's equally as important. But yeah, I mean it's what we're here to do, and we're certainly excited for all the guys that are moving on to schools this upcoming fall, and we look forward to continuing that trend this coming season.
Midwest Division was a tight one pretty much all season, night in and night out, after weekend. What are your expectations for this upcoming season and kind of getting over that hump to make it to the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have two returning players that were a part of our playoff run 2 years ago, and so they certainly have a taste of what it's like, as does the staff. And I think it's just a building process for us. The Midwest Division is no easy feat
Right.
each weekend, and so yeah, I think for us in our group, it's just the day to day, like one day at a time, and we're gonna set goals for the end of the year and kind of some midway points. But I think for us, we can't lose sight of kind of the day-to-day focus for us, and we'll take it one day at a time. And come after the new year, we'll see where we're sitting. So
Perfect. You've been a part of the NAHL, the NA3HL for some time now. The league celebrates its 50th anniversary coming up this season here in September. But talk about what comes to mind when you think of 50 years of NAHL hockey.
yeah, a lot of rich history, that's for sure. And I haven't been alive for a good chunk of it, but yeah, it's crazy to see, the league putting out posts and just some of the rich traditions. Obviously, there's coaches in the NHL now and that have won cups, and so it's been pretty neat to be able to follow along with that. And over the course of my time up in Kenai, we've been fortunate enough to have players who have played all the way in the PHL up to the NA3 to the NA to get Division One commitments, and that's a pretty neat process that the league has been able to generate, and I'm sure we're looking forward to continuing to excel that advancement as we move forward.
Yep. One more for you. The NAHL Showcase, the greatest show on ice, kicks off in shoot less about a month. How stoked are you to get the season started?
Yeah, really, really excited. I know people keep telling me to try to slow the time down here and enjoy it, but I know once camp gets over with in July for us, I'm certainly excited to get going, and I think our players are too. And obviously we'll play a few weekends before going in the showcase, but what an amazing event and opportunity for our players. That's what it's about, for them to be able to get in front of schools and at the various levels, as well as the NHL scouts that are there evaluating. And you see it year after year, the attendance has grown, and you certainly see it with the commitments tracking after the event as well. So yeah, the league does an unbelievable job putting the thing together. It's kind of like a well-oiled machine
Right.
when you don't see the back end, and so we're excited to be a part of it. Yeah, and it's going to be here before we know it, that's for sure.
Before we know it, we're excited as well. Excited to see you out there, and good luck with the rest of the off season. We'll see you soon.
Okay, thanks, Brandon. Appreciate your time.